Hey everybody! Today we're going to make a traditional Nova Scotia blueberry grunt. To start with, we're going to have 4 cups of frozen or fresh blueberries, whatever you can find. This time of year, probably not going to find too many fresh ones. Then we're going to add 1 cup of sugar to our blueberries. Blueberries are a little bit tart, so this cup of sugar is really got to balance everything out. It's important to note that this has to be in a cooktop-friendly pot or ceramic cooker. We're going to boil this all down in a minute, so we need to be able to put it on a hot cooktop. There we go. Once we've got our sugar added, then we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of lemon juice in there. Lemon juice is a great complement to blueberries. I'm just going to use some concentrated lemon juice. It's got a bit more of a consistent acidity than what fresh lemon juice does for this particular application. Then we're going to put the lid on it, and we're going to put it on the stove top and bring it to a boil. Now we're going to move on to our dumplings. To start out with our dumplings, we're going to add 2 cups of flour to our bowl. Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar. This is a very similar recipe to a biscuits. Then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. That's really going to make our dumplings get right fluffy and rise once we add them to our boiling blueberry mixture. And finally, we're going to add a little bit of salt, half a teaspoon, a couple cranks of the salt shaker here, and then we're just going to stir everything up. Next, we're going to add half a cup of cool chopped butter to our dry ingredients. Then, we're going to take our fork and we're just going to cut that butter into the dry ingredients until it's all in little tiny lumps, mixed all in with our dry stuff. Once our butter and our dry ingredients are all cut together, we're going to combine 1 egg and 1 cup of whole milk in a measuring cup, and we're going to mix it all together. Once that is good and mixed, then we're going to add it to our dry ingredients. And then we're going to continue to mix everything together until we have what is a nice wet, coarse ball of dough. By now, our blueberries should be good and boiling, and we're going to put nice full spoonfuls of our batter into the blueberries. We're going to put 5 or 6 lumps in there. We want to leave room for them to rise. They're going to absorb some of those juices too from the blueberries, so we don't want to overcrowd the pot. Once that's done, we're going to cover and let cook for 10 minutes. While our dumplings are rising in the pot with the blueberries, we're going to make some homemade whipped cream to put on top when everything's finished. So we're going to start with 1 cup of whipping cream. We're going to follow that up with a little bit of icing sugar. Gives our whipped cream a little bit of sweetness. We're going to put exactly 1 tablespoon of icing sugar in there. And then to follow that up, who doesn't like a little bit of vanilla in their whipped cream as well? So we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then, if you're lucky enough to have a powered mixer, we're going to put that on high, and we're going to beat the heck out of this until it goes from a liquid to a nice, light, fluffy, solid whipped cream. Now that our whipped cream is finished, our dumplings should be light and fluffy and all cooked up in our pot with the blueberries and should look something like this. All that's left to do now is to serve your grunt piping hot in a bowl. Usually 1 dumpling per person is a standard rule, but it's been a long morning and I feel like having 2. So I'm going to do that. We're going to spoon 2 dumplings into the bowl, and then we're going to add a little bit of the blueberry sauce on top of that. And there you have it, folks, a traditional Nova Scotia blueberry grunt. Light, fluffy dumplings, homemade whipped cream, just like Grandma used to make. A really down-home rural Atlantic Canada dessert. Hope you enjoyed this video. Keep sharing all my videos. I appreciate the support. And enjoy your blueberry grunt, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you next time.